Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the channel. This is just this is just my review on the Cincinnati Masters 1000 final between Andrei Rublev and Alexander Zverev, right? So I just want to review this one for you, and I hope you guys watched the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, I'm going to discuss it here for you. So let's get into it. Um, So the score in this final was in favor of Alexander Zverev 6-2, 6-3. Really should have been 6-2, 6-2. I mean, I predicted it to be Medvedev, Zverev in the final, and I just really felt like they were the best two players by far. In the US Open, it's going to be between those two and Djokovic. And then for whatever, I mean, like we saw the first set 6-2, Zverev over Rublev. The first set, Medvedev also won 6-2 over Rublev. So they were just killing everyone the whole way. Seems like Medvedev got an injury, maybe was bothered by the heat, went off, and then Rublev played much better in the second and third set. So that ruined our dream final, really. Instead of having two guys dominate one else all the way through, what we had now is a guy who shouldn't really be there, is there because Medvedev was injured and hasn't won a Masters 1000, so he's going to be nervous because it's the final. And then you got Zverev, one of two guys dominating everything, won the Olympic gold. He's beat Djokovic, destroyed everyone in the this tournament. There was just a period in the second and third set in his semi-final against Tsitsipas where he went off for a while, but then gets it back. So destroys Tsitsipas first set, comes from two breaks down in the third. And that's also going to give you a lot of confidence, like winning in the sort of pressure crunch moments from down two breaks, a third set tie break, all the pressure on, and you're behind by two breaks. That builds character. So anyway, there were two guys that were hot, dominating everyone. One guy gets injured, Rublev's in. So now you've not got these two best guys playing each other. You got one of them is there, the other guy's not there because of an injury, so Rublev's there instead. So you got a bit of a mismatch. And then what you saw in this final was both guys like to hit sort of consistent power 3 to 5 shots and then win a rally, maybe 7 at the most, and move the guy around. So they both got the same style, but like I said, Zverev has a better serve, right? So what we saw in this one is Zverev's serve helping him start the point ahead, and then Zverev actually having a bit more power on his rally shots than Rublev. So Rublev with not a good serve, starting the point behind, right? So that's one issue. Then the second issue in the rally shots, Zverev having more power. These kind of guys like Zverev sits a pass with power, and then Zverev seeing like he's been a bit more patient, willing to win at 3, 5, or 7 shots. He knows that Rublev wants to get in a rally and win it over the sort of 3, 5, 7 shots and all of that type of thing. So what he decided to do is put more on his shot, take more risk, not too much risk, but enough where you're going to be pushing Rublev back, taking his time away, not letting him settle into rallies where he gets to hit 5 to 7 shots of powerful shots and getting shorter balls each time till he wins it. No, go for it from the very first shot, push Rublev on the back foot, never let him settle in a rally, take his rhythm away and take his time away. And where he's on defense, not getting involved in rallies, not getting enough time on his shots, not getting enough rhythm. So Zverev plays an amazing match, starting more points ahead with the serve. As soon as the points start, he's going for it. He's taking risks. He's putting Rublev on the back foot on the defense. Rublev can't use his power game. is on defense most of the time, doesn't have enough time to set up on his shots to create the power. His rhythm has been taken away by Zverev, doesn't really get involved in those rallies where he can use his power shots in these rallies, right? So that's what's happening. And then we saw Tsitsipas do this in the Monte Carlo Masters 1000. We saw him do that to Rublev, where he attacked, shortened the point, took time away, and then Rublev isn't very good on defense. And then he needs like when a power guy is attacking and taking his time away, and when you're not allowing him to get into rallies, and he's rushed, he hates that. Tsitsipas did that in Monte Carlo, and then Zverev did it here. I mean, and then that's the weakness, and you saw he was weak. He didn't get any rhythm. He didn't get involved in any rallies. He didn't get to hit the 3, 5, 7 shot rallies where he's using his power and pushing the guy around. No, he was rushed. He was never able to get rhythm. He didn't have enough time on his shot to get the full swing of the racket through to create the power. So you really saw a out of sorts Rublev. But a lot of it was Zverev's just slamming down serves, winning points easily. And then early in the rallies, putting him on the back foot, taking time away and ending the point quickly. So, like I said, he can never get those rallies. He can never get the rhythm. He's not got the time on his shots. So then what does it cause? Rublev now needs to say, I'm always on the back foot. I'm always uncomfortable. I'm never getting involved in these rallies. I'm never getting enough time on my shots. So now Rublev has to go out of his game plan and say, I'm going to have to end it in 1 or 2 shots. I'm going to have to hit it even harder and even closer to the line and take more risks. And then that's not his game. So when he tries that, he gets errors. When he doesn't, Zverev's got control of the point. He's never really getting in rallies, never getting rhythm, never got time on the shot, always short on time, and always pressured. And then if he doesn't want that, he's got to go for it in the first or second shot and not get in a rally and then just go for it right away. But then that's not his game. He's forcing too much and creating errors. So you saw that part of it, but you also saw just the Rev was on fire. I mean, aces serving great, completely shutting Rublev out on Zverev's service games. And then if Rublev gets it back, he's in complete control of the point. And then again, the power game of Zverev and then the defense from Rublev, he's got no hope. And he's never can get back to 50-50, never gets time to get to a 50-50 point and use his power. The ball's traveling so fast, never gets time to get the full swing off. So he's never getting the timing, which is causing him to make a lot of errors. And then before he can even get his game going, Zverev was just on so much fire, he's usually just hit a winner anyway, and the point is over. Unless, like I said, he presses himself to win it the first shot, which is not Rublev's game, which leads into an unforced error. So really, that's what happened there. And just Zverev is on fire. The serve, the attacking game, just hitting winners, moving Rublev around the whole time, and just like the attacking game where the serve and the rally game and just control of all the points and being able to constantly hit winner after winner after winner and just completely shut Rublev out. And Rublev never getting time on his shots, forced to rush, and then forced to say to get control of the point, he needs to hit a winner on the first or second shot, press too hard and getting errors. That was part of it. The other part of it was simply Zverev was just one of those days on fire, like aces, the serve, controlling all the rallies, hitting a lot of winners, coming out with powerful shots close to the line and just say it's just too good, nothing you can do. Whereas Rublev was nervous and just had a day where he hit a whole lot of unforced errors and had a poor game. One part of it, it was as simple as that. Rublev nervous, Rublev hitting a lot of unforced errors, Rublev forced to press too much, Rublev never getting enough time and then forced to go for too much to end the point too quick, and just having a bad day where he's the final, he's nervous, playing poorly, hitting a whole bunch of unforced errors. That was just one part of it, Rublev being off. The other part was Zverev just on fire. Aces, going for it, taking risks, hitting a whole lot of winners near the lines, and just hitting a day where he went for it. He got on fire. He hit a whole bunch of errors. Everything was powerful near the line, and just saying too good on the serve. Aces, you can't get it back. He's on fire. And then when he needed patience, he did, but he's still controlling it, ending in the 3-5-7 shots. He's just on fire. Whereas Rublev was a day where it's just cold, a whole bunch of errors, nervous, didn't have it today. And it was really a story where Zverev was at his absolute best, completely on fire, winners, aces, going for it, amazing shots landing in. He was just hot. And the other guy just off, nervous, off, whole lot of errors, can't really create much offense, and just he's just cold. So one guy was just hot, on fire, the aces, the winners. The other guy was nervous, unforced errors, just having a bad day where he can barely find the court, right? And then the other part was like the tactics of what Zarev's game did to Rublev, like serving great, attacking, taking time away, stopping Rublev getting involved in rallies, rushing Rublev, not giving Rublev rhythm to get in a rally, and then not getting Rublev enough time because he's always rushed to get full swings of the racket to generate the power, right? Because Zverev's rushing him. So the rhythm to get in those 3-5-7 shots, not giving him that, taking his time away where he's rushed, so he doesn't have time to set up to create one of his powerful shots, and then forcing Rublev to now have to go for too much and end the point on the first or second shot and press too hard and get errors, because if he doesn't, Zverev will be in control. So again, Zverev's game and tactics caused a lot of these things. But then the other part was Zverev just had a game where he just blew his opponent off the court. Aces, winners, overpowering his opposition, just hitting winners from all parts of the court. When you just have a game where you're just on fire, you're just hammering it as hard as you can, hitting winners time after time, and just blowing the guy off the court. Whereas no matter who it is, if a guy's just hitting the ball that hard and they're all on the line and near the line and winner after winner, ace after ace, everything's on, while your opponent's just having a cold day where he can't find the court, hitting errors, he's nervous, and just playing poor tennis where he has no rhythm and just having a day where he's cold and a whole bunch of unforced errors. He's either too safe or just missing the court completely. And one guy hot, one guy cold, forgetting about the tactics. And then there's the other part, as I discussed, where Zverev took his time away, didn't let him get in a rally. He didn't have enough time to set up to generate that power, and completely took his rhythm away. So there's those two parts. The style conflict of what Zverev did to Rublev, and then the fact that Rublev was nervous and having a horrible day, and Zverev just blew him away with power, aces, and winners, and was on fire. So I think those were the two parts that led to this. But also, I just felt like I said, that Medvedev and Zverev's game was so far ahead of everyone else. But we saw Medvedev killing Rublev 2-6-2 in the first set, and that high level of Zverev 6-2 over Rublev in the first set, and Medvedev 6-2 and over him. And they're both at a much higher level than anyone else. But then the injury from Medvedev, and we don't get these two guys that are head and shoulders above everyone else meeting in the great final. We get one of them and then another that's not at that class at the moment, Rublev. And then just like Medvedev got him 6-2 in the first set, Zverev did it in the first set, but Zverev doesn't get injured and finishes him off 6-2, 6-3. So Zverev is your 2021 Cincinnati Masters champion. He's won the Olympic gold. Now he's won Cincinnati. He's on fire heading into the US Open. With the win over Djokovic, the Olympic gold, I mean, that was a big breakthrough. Beating Djokovic at that Olympic semi-final, right? Then backing up in the final to beat Khachanov and winning the Olympic gold. Huge moment in Zverev's career. And then just to continue by winning the Cincinnati Masters 1000, 2 tournaments on a row. He's on an amazing run. It's happening at the right time. It's happening before the US Open. Everything's great for Zverev right now going into the US Open. But he's your 2021 Cincinnati Masters champion, Alexander Zverev. So subscribe, guys, bell notification, thumbs up. That's my video for today. I'm going to talk about Nadal's season-ending injury and what that means for him, for the game of tennis, for the GOAT debate. I'm going to get into all that tomorrow. So be back here for tomorrow while I analyze what's happened to Nadal and his injury, right? Be back here for that, guys, and subscribe for that. I'm going to be also previewing the US Open after that when the draw's out. I've got interviews with some of the best players in the world, so subscribe, thumbs up, bell notification. Thanks for being with me, guys. Really, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys can subscribe. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.